To the day, such initiatives are taking place in the Eastern Cape. Top on the agenda is to make sure that the Eastern Cape community deals with food security. The Mandela family, in partnership with the Agriculture Department and Sataka and other stakeholders, have partnered to make sure that they revive the Mandela farm in his homestead. There's no doubt, Natasha, you have to feel it. The Mandela Day is coming. Feel it. The Mandela Month has begun, and his grandson Ndaba Mandela is also part of this launch. Must be a proud moment for you, over 2 years after your granddad passed away. You're still following after his footsteps and doing what he believed in, initiatives that develop communities. But tell us about this 67 Plot 67 Lena initiative.
So today we're here to launch the Mandela Gardens for the community. We're asking the community, the corporate community of South Africa, to help us to sponsor children from this very community of Qunu, to make sure that each child has a plot, and in the plot that they will be planting vegetables. Now, we know that the harvesting time will only be next year, but we will start planting in September, and we're asking them to sponsor a child with 10,000 Rand. 5,000 Rand goes directly to the child, educational needs. The other half of the money will stay here on the farm to make sure that we have all the tools and everything, sources that we need to make sure that this farm is sustainable. But it's really in line with the spirit of Nelson Mandela to make sure that young people get involved in doing agricultural work.
And 67 learners, each having a plot of vegetables to plant here in the Mandela homestead. How is that going to work? How are they going to come? How, when?
So basically, we are getting 67 kids. Each of them will have their own plot, being sponsored by hopefully a corporate of South Africa. And basically, we want to make sure that the kids are from this very community, so that after school they can easily commute here. They'll have access every day to be able to come and see their plot, make sure that they put water on the plants and do the necessary care for the plants to make sure that they grow all the way up until harvest time. All the plots will automatically be entered into a competition to see which plot yields the most vegetables, as well as which plot has the most quality vegetables.
Ndaba, thank you so much for your time. Such a good initiative, but the question remains, Natasha, is this going to be sustainable or not? Fortunately for us, we are joined by the Agriculture MEC, Mlibo Koboshiane. MEC, many projects we've seen the excitement, but months down the line, they die. How are you going to make sure that this lives on?
The reason why we decided to come here and working with young people from their schools is to plant a seed of courage. Because there's no grave that can keep Madiba's inspiration and motivation. Everything is starting small, but growing incrementally. And I think this is what we want to see from this community garden. Tomorrow, we'll be plowing community gardens here all around. And the reason why young people must be cultivated to be a crop and a seed of enjoyment, to see them laughing, enjoying, as well as taking cool agriculture as a subject, is because we want to ensure that there is intergenerational information, no intergenerational gap amongst and between them and their own parents. And the reason why we decided to also procure seedlings, to partner with Africa Rising, to partner with Sakata Mayford Seeds, is to ensure that each and every household has got seeds to plant. We are going to ensure that our extension services is also extended to this garden, so that when they are moving out of school after school hours, they come and enjoy irrigating these seeds that they have planted. We are having a budget in the province of 172 million to ensure that the cropping is also increasing. We see land under production and cultivation, and this is what we want to ensure that even when there is drought, 95 million have been set aside to ensure that we provide feed, we provide water, rain tanks, and so on. We've dewormed Madiba's livestock. We've boosted them this morning, and they look quite good. It's the question of farm management that we want to enforce.
MEC, let us not keep you any longer. You need to go there and water those vegetables.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time. Agricultural MEC Mlibo Koboshiane telling us about the plans of making sure that they sustain the gardens that have started. We know, Natasha, that the 67 learners that have been selected to own these 67 plots, at the end of the harvest time, they will either decide to sell the produce from their plots or go to them, take them with to their homes. We know that these are learners who come from disadvantaged backgrounds, and also one of the stakeholders here was saying that they are trying to revive and trying to motivate the young people to make sure that they join the agricultural sector and making agriculture fashionable to deal with drought, to deal with food security, and to deal with unemployment, and ultimately to deal with poverty in the province. From us here in Qunu, it's back to you in studio.
Busisiwe, thank you very much. Fantastic initiative in line with Mandela Day. Busisiwe, Jimsana, live from Qunu.